Have you ever been looked down upon for just being different? Discriminated simply because you do not look like everyone else? I used to be one of those free spirits brought into this world with an innocent mind. At first, I enjoyed the days with a fresh outlook on life, ready to learn and try new things. I loved to spend time by the roses and simply watch people in life pass by. Until one day I decided to venture out and truly take in what it means to be alive. What I found was not what I expected. Upon stepping onto the sidewalk, I immediately received looks of disgust, some even filled with malice. I didn't really understand. I thought perhaps my teeth weren't straight enough, or my hair wasn't done a certain way. It didn't even cross my mind that people could hate you for absolutely no reason, simply because you were different. Well, I continued my walk, and a lot of times, passerbys wouldn't even look at me, which, to be honest, I prefer over their hateful glares. I did have the pleasure of meeting one little girl who went out of her way to scream "Ew!" in my face. My parents taught me to love yourself and no one can hurt you. They were wrong. I felt every glare, every scoff. I became painfully aware of my place in this world. Through the eyes of others, I have become less than dirt. Eventually, I stopped going out during the day. I found the night to be far more peaceful. The cool air that blankets everything for miles, the stars above illuminating the streets, and best of all, the lack of people to make me feel bad. It took me a few days to change my whole sleeping schedule, but once I got the hang of it, I loved running around the streets at night. Yeah, occasionally I would catch the eye of a random person walking by, but I didn't care. I was just so happy to have a time where I didn't live in fear. I would go hang out by the creek, climb some trees, or just spend the night by those roses. Life seemed to be getting to the good part, until one day I was awoken by a little boy. He kept poking me with a stick, screaming, "Wake up!" over and over. I was startled, of course, and immediately ran away after opening my eyes. I mean, you would too if someone was right in your face with a stick. Even though I'm sure the boy didn't mean any harm, probably just wanted to talk. That was the first time in my life I truly didn't feel safe. My privacy had been invaded, all while I slept carelessly. I decided that it was time to get a place of my own. It didn't take me long. I found a place to live above a pretty normal family. I never actually did get to meet them. Every time I worked up enough courage to introduce myself, they would either not be at home, or I'd catch myself passing in front of a mirror and turn away. It was last night that I first met a member of their family, a little girl. She seemed pretty normal and sweet at first. It was dusk, and I was heading down to sit by the roses. As I was making my way, she passed by me. I looked at her with a polite smile. She honestly didn't notice me at first. As I attempted to shrug off the cold shoulder I received by the child, I heard something like footsteps behind me. Turning around, I saw the little girl. She stared at me for a moment. My heart was pounding, and my eyes were fixed upon hers. As she simply stared at me, without warning, she started to cry. Feeling remorse for looking the way I do, I tried to comfort her and tell her that everything was alright. That's when I had the pleasure of meeting her father, a large man who came rushing out of the house. He asked his daughter what the problem was, and she pointed at me. I lowered my head. I was about to apologize for upsetting his daughter. He grabbed a rock and threw it at me, telling me to get out of here. The rock hit my leg, but I managed to run away from him. Throughout the night, I was infuriated. I thought it would only go as far as looks, but I think he was trying to kill me. I'm watching him sleep right now. When I'm done with him, I'll go after his daughter. My leg still hurts, but at least I have 7 good ones.